Now, hello everyone. This is our team. Our group is 107, and today we're going to give a presentation on our business case, which is the BT one that we chose. Oops. This is the outline of our presentation. Firstly, we'll have Carla, who takes the group charter, and then Jack will take the customers and sweet spot, and Caitlin will take the marketing bit, including the STDC framework. And Carla take again the value proposition. I'll take the MVP, and Kwang will take cost and revenue streams. And finally, Zishan will talk about key metrics and unfair advantages. So firstly, we'll have Carla. Oh, off to you.
Thank you, Katie. So for our group charter, we firstly focus on it as a starting point. Firstly, we communicated effectively during the 2-week time frame, having group meetings through Zoom 2 or 3 times a week and daily communication through our WhatsApp group. And our main goal was to produce a service that would answer the problem question, as well as ensuring we produce a quality piece of work. And you have more details on the slides. I will pass it on to Jack.
Thank you. BT already segments their customers into 4 categories: enterprises, open reach communication providers, global or multinational businesses, and individual consumers. Our solution targets B2C consumers with plans to develop a separate service for enterprises and larger businesses like competitors such as Kogo do later on. BT's different brands cater to different demographics. BT itself serves older demographics, which prioritize things like plastic waste when it comes to sustainability, and EE serves the younger demographics, 81% of whom prioritize climate change as the biggest problem. These are the people we're targeting. When asked about the barriers or pain stopping B2C customers from living sustainable lives, the top 3 responses were cost, lack of knowledge about sustainability, and several responses can be grouped under the umbrella defeatism, either believing they won't make a difference or that current action isn't enough to make a difference. Similarly, the 53% of consumers who don't own more eco-friendly smart appliances don't due to cost, believing it won't make a difference, or not understanding the technology. Go to the next slide, please. Our solution hits the sweet spot between resolving consumer and business needs. For consumers, it provides education via the tip service that teaches consumers how to be more sustainable. It also combats defeatism by breaking sustainability down into achievable goals and contextualizing consumers' efforts within BT's wider sustainability initiatives to create a sense of group effort. And it finally addresses cost via the reward system that both financially incentivizes sustainable living and emphasizes it as affordable. It caters to BT's business needs by highlighting BT's existing sustainability initiatives, maximizing their profitability. It streamlines existing infrastructure for a better user experience. It engenders brand loyalty, it extends customer lifetime value, and it improves BT's brand image as sustainability becomes a more powerful market force, attracting new customers. Now I'll pass on to Caitlin.
Thank you, Jack. So in terms of reaching our customers, we combined the original structure of see and think together under a larger bracket of awareness, and did the same thing with the do and care categories under the larger bracket of acquisition, as it was hard to distinguish too finely between these 4 categories, given the nature of the app add-on. The main aim of the See Think Awareness bracket would be to represent BT as an honest and open brand, as well as highlighting that BT are the greenest broadband provider by ensuring when customers think of BT, they are automatically interrelating the word sustainable. So the Do Care acquisition key aim was to build customer loyalty and represent the evidence of BT's environmental efforts. We did not think it was necessary to overcomplicate this, and therefore decided to let the figures and actual statistics speak for themselves. By following this strategy, BT would not only highlight their environmental efforts, but also portray transparency, which is an integral element of customer decision-making. Next slide, please. So to achieve our key aims, we split the strategy into 3 different channels: content and display, search, and social. Given the time restrictions, I will be discussing the social channel in more depth. Next slide, please. So for the social channels, as an app add-on, it's integral to have social media presence, as technology is at the center of our feature. We had the idea of scouting macro and mega influencers through agencies to promote BT as a sustainable company and promote the add-on feature. with the budget in mind, as some influencers can be more expensive than others. These influencers would become brand ambassadors, which would boost and build long-term customer loyalty rather than just having a short-term boost with no long-term gain. In terms of doing care, social media posts would be very important to capture audience attention and engage with both existing and potential customers through competitions and reward schemes via the app. Although we would want our brand ambassadors to be promoting for us, we would also demonstrate active listening and push the message of an app for you, made by you. Feedback would be very important in the whole project and something that we would encourage to be sustained long-term by including honest feedback on the app. We would also carry this forward to customers once launching our app. Finally, social media would be split into 2 categories based on age, as research has demonstrated the effectiveness of marketing on different channels to grasp the attention of different audiences. Next slide, please. So as you can see in the social media post examples, our 2 main focus groups would be Gen Z and 25 to 34-year-olds, and the older bracket from 34 to 40 plus. Research and graphs have demonstrated that Instagram was the most used social media platform for Gen Z users, whereas the older generation saw influence more from Facebook. Facebook and Instagram were collectively a good pair to choose, as they are sister companies, which made sense to use both platforms to advertise on. And finally, each platform would be used slightly differently and have different tones to match the audience that they would be presented to, as seen in the examples on the screen. I will now pass on to Carla.
Thank you, Caitlin. So we move on to our value proposition, and our group proposes the creation of an add-on service on the current BT app that tracks BT-owned emissions in the production and logistics phases and will monitor and set targets for our customers on sustainability, as well as a step track service to keep customers more engaged. The app will show the expected product lifecycle and the actual life cycle based on usage. When targets are not met, the app will provide tips on how to use products more efficiently. While using the app, customers will also be able to obtain free information and advice on how to reduce these emissions in the form of articles. Additionally, the step tracking option will persuade customers to engage more with the app, as BT would offer its customers discounts and vouchers to buy not only BT products, but also other green services and products available. This value proposition aims to change the purchasing habits of customers in the buying decision-making process, as well as improving knowledge on environmental issues and advice our customers on how to live a more sustainable life. I will now pass on to Katie. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. So now I'm going to walk you through the minimum viable product themed around trackers that our group came up with, which is an app add-on with 4 new tabs in addition to the existing components of the MyBT app. And I'm going to go through each of them one by one. So the first tab we have is the tab that compiles BT products on the log, as we can see over here, where a search button allows customers to see the breakdown of greenhouse gas emissions throughout the life cycle of each BT product. These various steps include production, manufacturing, logistics, that is the type of vehicles involved in transportation of the supply chain, and etc. And on the second tab, we have the first tracker, which is the carbon footprint tracker for BT transactions, where customers can subscribe to carbon offset plans for further rewards. And further down the line, we propose that this functionality can be extended to non-BT products, including clothing, food, and so on. On the third tab, we have the step tracker functionality, which not only is a pedometer, which counts the footsteps of the user, but also allows the user to set daily goals according to their personal needs. To further incentivize users to come back to the app, we also propose a leaderboard function to allow app users to interact with their friends in their social circles, to empower app users to lead a sustainable lifestyle in an embedded way by encouraging walking to replace taking vehicles, creating a sense of group effort to combat defeatism. On the fourth tab, we have the reward tracker linking the pedometer with financial incentives, which we anticipate further down the line. Tip services can be included to educate and inform app users to overcome one of the customer pains, which is the lack of knowledge of how to lead a sustainable lifestyle. So by tracking BT's own emissions and also customers' own sustainability footprints, we believe this add-on in our business proposal can address the problem statement and encourage both BT and customers to be more environmentally friendly and sustainable and improve brand image overall. And now I'll pass on to Kwang to take cost structures and revenue streams.
Thank you, Katie. Next, I will talk about the cost structure. So regarding the upfront cost, we have three main items as shown in the lean canvas. Today, I want to go in depth into the expenditure for developing consumers' carbon footprint tracking technology. So we propose two ways of spending. The first one is to develop the technology in-house, which would allow the easier integration of new functions into the existing system. And the other way is to buy tech from a third party, especially from startups, because every research, this technology is quite nascent in nature. This will help BT save a lot of money and time. But the downside is a dependence on startup success. Regarding the ongoing costs, we come up with three types. The first one is the maintenance cost of the new add-ons, which could be $30,000 a year based on complexity and size. The next one is marketing cost. And the last one is a discount cost with gift cards, vouchers, or cards. Customers can get one when they reach a certain level of steps. Next slide, please. In terms of revenue streams, we expect three sources for a solution. With native ads, they could be videos or articles providing knowledge about climate change and plastic waste. According to a survey of Accenture conducted in 2019 among 6,000 consumers, 81% of respondents plans to buy more eco-friendly products over the next 5 years, and some are willing even to pay more for sustainable goods. That's why BT can apply the premium pricing strategy to their products with low carbon footprints in the production and logistics processes. Another channel to make profit is through carbon offset subscription plans. Users can choose to pay monthly to support chosen carbon saving projects to offset the carbon emission during their consumption journeys. And BT could share profits from these subscriptions with those project teams. Now I'm going to pass it on to Zishan.
Thank you for Quant's introductions. I'm going to show you about the key metrics and unfair advantage of our app. So if the indicator and the metrics show that if one feature of our app is not doing well, we can know it and improve it later for the best version of our app. So in the key metrics part, the first is cost per acquisitions. CPA is an indicator telling about how much we need to spend on ads to acquire a user. Second is click-through rates, which is an indicator to see whether the ads is really performed well to the propaganda in the app store. And the final one is the customer user loyalty retention. This is an indicator to show whether the app is really attractive and useful to the user so they can keep using our app. In the performance part, first we have engaged time, which is a data we can collect from the users. We can use this data to check whether the user is really using our app. Secondly is the user satisfaction, which is just a feedback system to show whether our app is favored by the user or not. For the unfair advantage, first is existing customer base. Compared with the startup app, we have our own user base. Our own user bases. So it won't be hard to have some early stage users to use our app. Second is existing infrastructures. We have our own products such as MyBT app. So we just need to integrate our feature to the app. It will be easy to do. So another point is we can also use our original BT product as a reward. Finally, our app is all features in one product app. So everything is packaged and simplified. And not only user can help to improve the environmental impact while using our app, but also can get some gift as incentivizations. Now goes to Jack about the user story.
Thank you, Zishan. Here we've created a few user stories based on our product, one of which is from an environmentalist, one is from a student, and one is from a young couple who've just moved in with each other. So this is an example of the kind of customer base that we can expect once our service launches. Next slide, please. And then finally, this is our lean canvas. So this is a summary of the whole project and everything from the problem and solution to our key metrics, our value proposition, and our costs and our customer base. I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.